This is a beautiful evening for a walk, isn't it?
Yes, it is. A little chilly, but we're having a great time out here.
Yeah, a little bit, slightly on the windy side, but we're on Pennsyylvania Avenue,
Yes,
Northwest D.C.
Yes, 13th and Penn, Freedom Plaza.
And you are?
Arlene Elise. I'm the Community Outreach Manager and the Patient Services Manager for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society of the National Capital Area Chapter.
Sounds impressive. You've
got
a lot of responsibilities tonight, don't you?
Yes, I do. Yes, yes.
Well, we're standing in your public relations tent, right?
Yes, our mission and advocacy tent is what we call it.
Okay, that's even better.
Yes.
Now, can you show us some of the artifacts that you have here tonight?
Absolutely. Over here to my right is what we call Paint My Future. And what it is we ask for child survivors of leukemia, lymphoma, and myeloma to write what it feels like to have cancer. So you see here, like, there is life after cancer. I hope you feel better. I hate chemo. And all these are going to be shown on Capitol Hill at our mission day when we ask for more research for blood cancer. Because leukemia is the #1 pediatric cancer.
Oh, didn't know that.
You didn't know that, yes. Leukemia is a blood cancer, and it's the #1 pediatric cancer.
Wow.
So we have a lot of kids that are affected with it and have to go through chemo, losing their hair, vomiting, things that no kid should have to go through.
Wow. Now, do people know as much about this as they know about traditional cancer, or?
No, unfortunately not. And one of the things about the leukemia and the blood cancers is that it's not preventable. It's not like, say, lung cancer with tobacco. It's not preventable. Unfortunately, it's a genetic bruise to a DNA. That's kind of the best way we can describe it. That's why you get children as young as 8 months old, 1.5 years old, developing cancer. Obviously, they weren't smoking, they weren't drinking. So it's not something that's preventable, and that's why we need more research. Now, the good news is that to date, at least, there's 45 different types of blood cancers, but to date, the ALL, which is the acute lymphocytic leukemia, which is the highest cancer in with young pediatrics, is that we have currently about an 80% cure rate. But by cure, I mean we need to have transplants, stem cell transplants, and bone marrow transplant. The good and the bad news is we need more people to donate for the bone marrow transplant. The other thing is it's for like African American and Latino children. You need African American bone marrow and or Latino bone marrow. So we need to get much higher rates of people who are getting tested for bone marrow and stem cells of the different ethnicities to be able to help all the children out.
And you're prepared to share that information with people tonight?
Absolutely. All right, this is one of our national honored patient, Gabriel Rodriguez. He's 3 years old now, but he was diagnosed at 1.5 with ALL. That's acute lymphocytic leukemia. He's doing much better now, but he still has to do maintenance chemotherapy for about a year or two until he gets a transplant.
Okay.
So that's kind of like dialysis, where you're going to have to come for many years afterwards. So this is not a short-term disease by any means.
Now, who fills these out?
We asked the different folks. Like Hannah, she's another patient of the year. She's our Girl of the Year for 2008. That was her picture. See this gentleman right here, he filled his out as well. And these are all from the latest walks, just from the last couple of weeks.
Oh, great.
So we're taking more here. That's why we're taking more pictures.
So you've been very busy, so I want to just pan around and get a look at the couple of the posters that you have here to help people understand what's going on.
Okay. The Leukemia and Lymphoma Society does not receive 1 penny from the government. We're totally funded by private donations, which is why we have many different events. As you can see here, we have the Light the Night event, which is tonight. We have our school and youth program, which is pennies for patients. And we have another one here, the Leukemia Cup Regatta. Is quite popular every year. We also have here the Bobby Mitchell Toyota Golf Classic.
For the golfers here, yes.
Bobby Mitchell. So this is where we receive all of our funding for our programs, is all through these different events. We also have our big annual Leukemia Ball, which is the largest non-political ball in Washington, D.C.
Wow, and that was a lot of fun.
That's a lot of fun,
That's a big one.
That's a nice big one, yes.
Lots of auction items as well.
Absolutely, yes, yes. And then we here are asking for petitions, and we see here because we need more funding for blood cancer research and as well as stem cell research. So I know it's kind of a controversial issue, but this is what is, that 80% cure rate is stem cell research. And our funds go to our staff and as well to cancer research and blood cancer research in specific. So ALL and all those pediatric cancers is coming from our funding to go to those researchers.
Okay, so you have quite a few sponsors tonight for this event.
Yes, we have Deloitte Touche, Genentech, Biotech, the Hyundai Hope on Wheels program. I don't know if you saw that.
No, I didn't see that. There? Yes?
Yes, yes.
That's a pretty car.
Hyundai does that. They take that one SUV, it's a Santa Fe, and they take it all over to the different pediatric hospitals around the country at the different Light the Night walks. And this is the only one they did for us here this year.
With the special decor, I noticed too.
Well, the decor is they asked childhood survivors of cancer to put their handprints on the car.
Ah, so this was
so
actual
handprints
yes.
of cancer survivors.
Wow.
Pediatric cancer survivors.
Oh, that's great.
So yes.
Oh, quite a bit of symbolism here.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And what did the flowers stand for?
The flowers. This just came from our remembrance ceremony. Earlier today, we had a remembrance ceremony, and we do that at the beginning of every Light the Night. Is to help honor those that have died in the last year that we've lost from leukemia, lymphoma, and myeloma. And so we do a little remembrance ceremony with a little banner, just kind of a somber way to kind of remind people why we're here, why we're walking.
Right. Now we're going to have some walkers that are coming around. And how far is the course tonight?
Usually on average it's about 2 miles, 2 to 2.5 miles. So it's not a very big, huge walkathon, but it's more of a remembrance ceremony and kind of symbolic. So it's not a big marathon. Like we do have a lot of those great marathons. But yes, it's great. It's great for people to get together and then just kind of camaraderie with other survivors or people who have lost folks with leukemia, lymphoma.
And they're all going to get together. I guess you're going to convene in this kind of area right over here by the tents.
Yes.
And we have a band tonight.
We have a band tonight. Every Light the Night we have a great band. We have music. We have donated food. Hard Times Cafe has donated their chili tonight, so tonight's a perfect night for a little bit of chili. Yes.
We all love Hard Times Cafe.
Yes.
I just want to say you have been a great representative of this organization.
Thank you.
How can people get more information online about events that you have coming up?
Okay. Definitely go to www.lls.org. And if you want to do the /NCA for National Capital Area, that's for our area. Or you can put the zip code in to get our local area here.
Okay.
Also, our phone number is 703-960-1100.
Okay.
And we have the 1-800 resource line, which is actually has 149 different languages.
Wow.
Yes, and everyone who staffs it are master's level social workers, so they really can tell you anything, the latest on clinical trials, on the disease, on the medications, the latest information they can tell you.
So you can pick one of those up tonight, or you can get one at the offices, I'm sure?
Absolutely, and the 1-800 number for that is 1-800-955-4572, and that's the Information Resource Center.
Okay, well, Arlene, you have been a wealth of information tonight.
Thank you.
And I just want to say thank you because I caught you sort of off guard.
Yes.
But we've had great weather tonight.
Yes.
Great participation.
Yes, we have.
And we're going to have a great time for the next hour or so at least?
Yes. I think a little bit more. Yeah. Our participants are starting to come back. Hard Times Chili is waiting on us. We're going to have a great band. I think we're going to have a good time.
So walk a little faster out there and you'll get to it faster, right?
Yes.
Thanks again, Arlene.
All right. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Well, me now, I'm going to get back to Freedom Plaza.